After the amount of times over the past 6 months that I've questioned whether or not I could actually finish this truck build, getting to lock up the shop and officially hit the road in the new rig comes with a feeling that will stick with me for the rest of my life. As a tribute to the MoHo and the longtime viewers, the first trip with the expedition truck will be the same as that of the motorhome. A 4-day loop away from cell phone reception, away from civilization, just surrounded by beautiful wilderness. Welcome to Destination Adventure, and welcome to the travel season. Night number 1, decided to stay at the beautiful Caribou Lake, which is not all that far from home, but with the MoHo it was never an option because it's quite a narrow little road getting down in here, so I couldn't pass up the opportunity. This morning brought with it some rain, but officially living in a rig that doesn't leak, it was a welcome surprise. I've noticed the lake is quite high, so floods and washouts are a bit of a concern moving forwards, but I don't think it should be an issue for another couple of days. I've given myself most of the morning to just relax and enjoy, but it's time to hit the road. Best cure for being cooped up in the shop all winter. Some pristine wilderness and some mirror finish water. Just beautiful out here. My hand to the bourbon filled with the whirlwind of opportunity. As I drank all its contents, my conscience forgot it was already free. Throwback more, but I need less of something. Shots of you shot me down. And now I finally see what I thought that I wanted. It's not what I need. And I'm slowly spiraling. This This loop is only a few hundred kilometers long, but there's a reason it takes me 4 days. I can see there's a lake just on the other side of the tree line, and it is perfectly smooth. Gotta stop and fly the drone. I can keep it tilted up, the bottle never dries, it's more than a taste. So don't let me drink away all the value of today, but I'm afraid it's too late. Throwback more, but I need less of something. Shots of you shot me down, and now I finally see what I thought that I wanted is not what I need. And I'm slowly spiraling. This perfect melody. Now that is some serious elevation gain. There is still snow up here. Destination number 1 has arrived. Welcome to Ghost Lake Falls. I don't think I'll camp down here, but if I remember correctly, it's a beautiful camping spot. I think the campground up top is also very nice, but take a look at this. So this whole place is beautiful. Let's head up to the top, figure out where we want to camp. Water's really going over the falls right now. Here we are, home sweet home. And the campground is completely empty, so I think I will stay here. Find a spot to back into. Just got camp set up here, and this place is even more beautiful than I remembered. But I think I'm gonna switch to that bottom spot for the stupidest reason. This great big long, perfectly flat camp spot that I'm in right now is kind of the ideal spot for the motorhome, and the MoHo couldn't even get into that bottom one. So just be kind of fun to go down and spend the night in there with the truck. And this whole loop I'm not doing it only for the reason that it was the first trip with the motorhome. I'm doing it because I want to duplicate that iconic drone shot from the old intro where the motorhome is on top of the bridge over Ghost Lake Falls. I want to do it with the new rig and bring back the intro. We have a nice little window in the weather right now. Let's see if we can pull it off. Well, if I never have to do that again, that would be all right. I know that bridge is plenty strong enough to hold me, but there's something about certain death rushing underneath everything that I own at like 1,000,000 gallons per second that just makes me a little bit nervous, you know? Let's go set up camp. Dropping in! Gonna be honest, a little bit nervous. Pretty steep. Should be fine. Getting the first scratches. Pretty stoked on it. This camping spot was certainly the right choice last night. I kind of just wish I had one more day here. Can you believe, just downstream, about 3/4 of a kilometer, this river opens up into a beautiful big pond or lake. I really want to put the boat in and go check it out, but we have 2 more spots we want to see on this trip, so gonna have to call it loading up and hitting the road. First time trying a little bit of 4-low action. Pretty friggin' awesome. Steep hill climb. This is a little interesting. The road has turned into a small creek. I mean, it's not deep, it's no concern, but just flowing right down the road. First washout. It's not bad. Been mostly filled in down to like half of one lane. This was supposed to be stop number 2. And the first and only other time I've ever been here was on the motorhome trip, and this place had clearly been abandoned. Looks like somebody's purchased it now. There's no trespassing signs everywhere. So I'm not gonna walk around and show you guys everything, but I can see a bunch of these doors are wide open on these cabins. So gonna sneak in here and just close the doors. Give you a brief look anyways, but anything that's locked up we'll just leave alone. This one's a really cool one. It's got a big brick pizza oven in there. This one needs a roof, big time. Stoked to see someone's bought this place though. It has huge potential out here. Pretty far out, but with the right marketing, could be a success. I'll show you, I think, my favorite part. Look at this wilderness hot tub. And on the hillside over there is a huge tank that you can light a fire underneath. And then the drain for this thing is down below. So it's stayed in quite good shape over the years because it hasn't filled with water. Another door totally missing. Dang. Oh, this is a fun moment. I saw in the comments last time, somebody said, wow, look at that salmon. I never saw this last time. I went back and looked at the video and I thought it was a stuffed salmon, but it's all made out of rock. Such a shame. This cabin's in great shape, but without the door, it's not gonna last long. It's easy to just blame vandals for some of this stuff, but chances are, it could be a bear. Not a great latch, but it'll do. First gen hot water heater. That's as good as I can get her locked up. And that's all the looking around we're gonna do. Sorry, I thought this was gonna be like the main feature of the video. It is not. We have one more stop. It's so hard out here. It's so hard out here. Our final stop of the adventure is the only place we haven't been to yet so far on this route. I know what we're looking for. I don't know exactly where it is, but we're looking for a place called Whiskey Flats. It's not a whiskey flat, but look at how beautiful this is. Holy. I think we've made progress. What we're looking for is an abandoned dredge from the gold rush that is sunk here in a lake. I've been told about it a couple times. I have not been able to find it on the satellite, but I was able to find what looks like dredge tailings on satellite at this Whiskey Flats, which is, I think, where I am now. Change of plans. I have found it, and it's glorious. Just had to go for a bit of a walk. But I'm gonna bring the drone because it's out in the water. And we're gonna go take a little look-see. If I knew there was such a nice wreck site here, I might have planned staying the night. And the water is glorious. This is where I started looking. I could see this big light green patch. Thought that might have been something sunk. Look at this water though. It's just around the corner. No more spoilers. Let's get the drone in the air. Part of why I love exploring British Columbia is because you can still make discoveries like this. Much of our history is undocumented, unrecorded, and quickly becoming lost, much like this dredge. Operations at this site shut down in the 1920s. What wasn't salvageable was left behind, and without maintenance was soon underwater. This is one of very few dredges that operated in BC, yet here it has sat a foot beneath the surface of Antler Creek for more than 100 years. And more than likely, this is where it will remain until there's nothing left. But the water has done a great job of preserving the little that remains. Having technology today, like the drone, gives us the ability to have a very close look at a beautiful piece of history like this and without disturbing the site. And what a great way to finish a great adventure. A little bit of excitement, a little bit of history, and a far more manageable rig. Welcome back to the adventure side of Destination Adventure. And thanks for watching, everybody. As always, take nothing but pictures, leave nothing but footprints, and I'll catch you on the next one.